Hey there. Right now we are going to review the Enchiridion by Epictetus. So before we jump on this review, let me show off my guns! Okay, now for real. Let's start. So this is number 4 of 150 book challenge. Basically, this book is full of surprises, by the way. Because we know the background of Epictetus, right? He was a slave. And because he was slave, you just think that, oh man, this man's thoughts and ideas cannot be something challenging, cannot be something that really inspires you or brings you something new, right? And this is what you expect. And I kind of expected that he would have resentment toward rich people or people that stand above him. But no, he's like, hey, have no envy when you see a successful person because he paid some price for his or her success, and most likely were not willing to pay that price, and that's why you are not successful. Or there are things like in the book which really got my attention. Start to blame yourself. When person starts to blame himself, this means that that person's education already began. And when person blames neither himself neither others, that person's education is complete. Now this is very challenging thing, because it's totally understandable that everything in your life is your fault and there are things you cannot control and there is no point in worrying about it, as the Epictetus already tells us. But it's kind of really kind of thing. What do you mean, Epictetus, by saying that neither blame yourself, neither others? So another possibility is what I mentioned. I think that it's not under your control. And here's really important part, because people love to blame others. People love to point their fingers to other person and be like, oh my God, it's their fault. But no, Epictetus like, listen, take responsibility for yourself and don't be person that points his finger to others. Now, this is really a short book, and it surprises me how much the Stoics are able to communicate in such a short books. How mind-opening, how clear it is. And especially when you read these books, it's like an ancient book. You see the same thing. You see that human animals still has same behaviors. Just, in ancient times, if it was a horses now we have cars, and this is one of the things that Epictetus talks about is, hey, being proud of something that is not yours, it's like makes no sense. For example, it's okay to kind of say that I'm beautiful, but if you are like, my horse is beautiful, or in modern era, if you are like, oh, my car is beautiful, it's like, why are you proud of something that's not yours and you have no whatsoever influence over it? Also, he kind of genuinely gives us these thoughts of these casual thoughts, things not necessarily. He's not necessarily telling you anything by that, but just hey, you that's the one that's watching it or reading this right now, just have this in mind right now. If you hear that somebody else's son died, you are most likely indifferent, especially when you did not knew that person, neither that child, you're just indifferent because it's somebody else. But if you were to hear that your child just died, you would not be still indifferent, right? Just have that thought in mind. This is what Epictetus tells you. He's not trying to tell you anything by that. Just like, hey, just have that in mind. It's just very casual way. But this casual way of saying this thing brings so much to your brain, right? Because it sounds very casual thing to say, right? Just have that in mind. Just casual. But how much this says to him about human nature. He talks about to have no expectations and you won't kind of feel disappointed. He means some things. Expect these things and understand this as well. He's like he kind of looks like a man, and definitely is. That says that, hey, whatever happens in your life, expect this thing to be beneficial for you. Basically, whatever happens to your life, just say that this thing like may happen to make me better. Whatever happens, just because here's the thing. Now, this thought may doesn't necessarily be true, but how does other way around serves you? It don't. It gives you more encouragement to be like, yeah, whatever happened to me is for me to make me stronger, smarter, better. Receive everything as blessing, and keep doing what you are doing, right? And this approach of Stoics generally, as an Epictetus talks about, it's, I don't know much about his biography, by the way. I just watched only one lesson on YouTube about this guy. I just read this book, but I kind of knew he was a so-called slave, right? Definitely because I'm planning to read Marcus Aurelius' Meditations after this. I want to read first Epictetus, and it's very, very interesting, very unexpected, just such an awesome thing to read. I'm really surprised by these Stoic people, and I love this challenge that we're up to right now. So this is kind of ending thoughts of this video right now. This is what struck me in my mind, what stayed here. It's like, hey, stop blaming others for your misfortune. Start blaming yourself. Stop worrying about things you cannot control. Like, what's the point of being like, hey, or stop having a goal that is stupid. For example, if you try to avoid this and you're like, no, I will avoid this and I will never die, and I will make sure that my wife, my children, etc. will be immortal as well. Are you nuts? How are you planning to avoid this? What's your point of planning to be immortal? How can you do that? Can you really escape this? I highly doubt that you can do it. Most likely you cannot. You will die. What's the point of being like, oh my god? So he's very honorful, and he's like, if your nation faces danger, go boldly and face this danger with your fellow men together. It's just such a spirit of the Roman man. And here is weird things, by the way. I don't necessarily subscribe to when he's like, avoid pleasure, and he even gives certain rules with to how to behave with your wife and etc. It's like very interesting. Why would you avoid pleasure? And he's like, don't walk around and be like, yes, I'm the guy that avoids pleasure and I'm not indulging in that kind of stuff. Just keep it low. But I don't know, the thing that he don't explain is like, what's wrong with pleasure? Why not? Maybe I'll understand it when I'll read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and we're obviously going to review this as well. And things that he says there as well, of kind of, I'm about to remember it. It's my brain, but cannot straight. Let me remember it. I think remember. Yes, there's the thing. He gives us advice. This is what I want to say. He gives us advice. Hey, avoid, talking with stupid people. Also, pay attention to where are you going. What kind of parties are you going to attend? What kind of people are you going to meet there? And expect that people are going to put you down, especially when you follow the path of philosophy. And he also gives us advice that if you follow the path of philosophy, don't be like a child and don't be like today that you are following the path of philosophy and tomorrow you are a merchant. And if you are following the path of philosophy, follow it till the end. 3 things are necessary for that. Action. I don't remember exactly how he describes it in the book, but it's words, action, because your words need an action, and proof of your action. kind of how I understood it. My interpretation of it. You definitely have to read, by the way, this book if you are more interested in this, especially if you watch this talk and you get engaging, interested. Yes, this is kind of what I want to talk. This is very interesting, especially the advice he gives, right? Hey, avoid this thing. Even those things still hold trust today, right? Because again, man, animals still have same behavior. If in that period, for example, when Epictetus lived, it was fancy to have a awesome horse, right? Today it's cars. Remember, right, when we said about don't be proud of because your horse is beautiful. It's kind of weird. And that's it. And stop worrying about things that you cannot control or you cannot avoid. What's the point of that? For example, death. And as an ending thought, I would love to say that. What's this? What's that? Let me check out the ending of the book. This is how it ends. Okay, let me see it. This one. It's kind of the last chapter of the book. Lend me, O Zeus, and thou, O Destiny, the way that I am bid by you to go. To follow I am ready. If choose not, I make myself a wretched and still must follow. But whose noble yields unto necessity. We hold him wise and skilled in things divine. Okay, guys, that's all for this review. Sorry for these sounds I'm making, etc. I'm working on that, so next videos will make sure to not make that kind of sounds, and kind of making notes right now to make my reviews and this conversation even more interesting. Yeah, we are up to this challenge. I'm reading 3 more books, as you already know. I have habit of reading books at a lot of books at the same time. So hold on to next books. We will see how far this challenge goes, how far this rabbit hole goes. Because this challenge will bring so much to us. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video to others if you like it. Bye bye. See you, man.